Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo. Today we're going to show my top 5 spots for base building for a moderate to pretty big group. So my first one here is the cave crevice that is in the north, and as you can see, it's pretty much a long tube tunnel, and you can be able to protect yourself against tread protection and a lot of other different things that are going to be thrown your way. It's a great base spot to build, especially if you like to be around a lot of the high tier resources and T3 materials, because you're right next to New Asgard as well as the Black Ice, where it's just to the north of you. And everything for T3 making materials is pretty much close by when it comes to farming and everything else. And Brimestone's just a hop and a skip away, which is in the Salt Flats, which is just to your southwest. That is one of the biggest things, is that you have a generalized geolocation of that exact spot that is right there at that moment. And even to Black Silent Legion stuff, it's literally just a walk to the east. So now you have one of the new spots, which is in the Swamgo jungle biome, whatever you want to call it, and it is this one island that is very steep on each side, so you can't throw orbs when you're in the water, right? So the only way that you can go and get up there is to actually bomb or god. If you have the right amount of T3 with fences, you can make it as hard as you can to raid this spot as much as possible, as well as putting, here's the big kicker, vaults under the water. So you have big vault spots that are underneath the water, and you can literally farm every single resource. I was corrected by my last video that I had that there was actually brimstone at these volcano bases throughout the whole eastern oceanic side underneath the water, because it has just so much material in order to indoctrinate it. And again, this is just the general island location. It's pretty far from all of the land sources, and it's really good spot to build in. I would recommend doing it if you like that kind of stuff. Now here, it's the dam. The dam has one of the 3 best pillar spots. So if you have an alpha tribe of about like 10 to 15 people plus, or you have a super mega alliance and you want to just like dominate a server, and you want to have like a lot of spots that you can just like quickly help each other with that are also pillar bases, this is one of the bigger kickers. So you can not only build inside that structure that I just showed you, but the new secret pass through, well, it's not really secret, it's the pass through from the northern biome to the swamp biome, is actually right there at your doorstep, immediately to the northeast of this pillar. And it's just a great setup spot to put multiple bubbles so that people can't go and raid you in the traditional aspect, as well as bowmen, and also when you're doing PvP scenarios that is in a multimodal, multi-stage setup at this spot. The bigger disadvantages are brimstone at this spot, but because you have a map room, if you're going to be basing your tribe size to be around 10 to 15 people, map rooms won't be a hard thing for you to process and to put it around like Set City, and then you just farm a ton at Salt Flats. Biggest thing and biggest advantage is to have 2 map rooms, one here and then one at Set itself, and then going back and forth. One of the biggest things that you can actually deal with at that moment. So when you're actually going back and forth, dealing with all the situations, farming as much as you can for every resource, teleporters are the way to go when you are built at this kind of geolocation setup, so that you can actually do that, as well as you can put, again, your vaults underneath the water so that they don't get as damaged as much, because vaults underwater are extremely OP when it comes to defense, since they already can't get damage from trebuchets or orbs in the current state that they are in, but now they cannot be completely splash damage underwater, because they take some of the damage out from under the water, as well as the raiders will not know how much damage that the underwater vaults will take. Biggest thing that you're going to see, these are the 3 big pillar spots if you want to have a multimodal alliance on a server. and you just want to dominate. It's going to be one of those big things where it's just that good. Now, here's one of the other new ones that I've been really craving for, and that's a volcano spot. So this is the volcano pillar spot that is in the game, and you have heat stroke if you don't have Silent Legion armor. If you have proper spam or like a lot of shit that's around your base, they can't climb it. So the only way that you can get up here is literally an elevator, and if you take the elevator down, it's pretty much unrateable. So again, another great pillar spot, and if you foundation spam to immediately east, you'd be able to have one of the best spots in the game with no problem. A lot of private servers won't allow this, but if you're on official, you'll definitely like that. This is also another one where it depends on the server. This is called Heat Stroke Pillar. This is all the way back from early access, the first and best spot for a good amount of stuff. You not only have brimstone that's close by in a cave, you not only have spiders that are close by in the cave for Ichor, you also have a good amount of animals that you can kill that are low level. So tar production to get your steel up is going to be vital. Yes, at the same time, you're going to be worried about other things. The purge is one of the easier spots that are here because it would just go inside the foundation. It would really just hit it a few times, and then depending on your server settings for the duration, you're going to have to worry about this. I also made a video a long time ago about the heat stroke pillar base, but I wanted to say my top 5 spots that I have. There's also a lot of other spots that are also very viable, especially when you're just getting on a server or just wiped. You got to make sure that you run to that spot and you actually claim that spot so that you're going to be available at all times when you're going up to PvP or to have the best defense. Pillar bases are pretty much your go-to base. But in the next video, I'll be setting up a vault base that you can have on the ground for harvesting and to actually have a geolocation of everything set up. Again, this spot, Heat Stroke Pillar, it's pretty easy on the map. It's right next to the Yogg place where you can pretty much get a Yogg Archpriest almost all the time. It's very easy to get to. As soon as you get off, you can literally just put a foundation as soon as the server wipes, and you'll be able to get it immediately. One of the best spots in the game, probably my hands down favorite, but I can't claim it all the time when I get to a server. But if you like this kind of stuff, like it, say something down below. Say your spot in a video in the comments down below, even if you have it. Put your bases in, and have a good one, guys.